So today I'll be talking about how to find the right investment property in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So my name is Ben. I'm from Kelly Williams Real Estate Office. If this is the first time on this channel and you want to know about living, investing, sleeping, waking in Winnipeg, Manitoba, make sure you tap the subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified anytime I do a new video. We got so many people reaching out to us about planning on moving to Winnipeg, and we absolutely love it. So if you're planning on moving to Winnipeg, give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, or wherever you want to get to us, because we got your back in moving to Winnipeg. So today I'll be talking about how to find the perfect investment property in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Now, the first thing we'll be looking at if you want to find the right investment property for you is your goals. Now, what are your investment goals? When I talk about investment goals, is like, okay, how many is an example is how many properties do you want to acquire in 5 years? How many properties do you want to acquire in 10 years from now? How many properties do you want to acquire to be financially free? Those are those things we would look at. Then it is from that we'll create a plan for you. So the first thing is to know what is your goal. When I mean what's your goal also is, what lifestyle do you want at the end of how many years? Do you want to be earning $5,000 a month from your passively from your investment? Is it $10,000 a month? Is it $20,000 a month? Is it all those things is what we'll look at as your goal before we now create a roadmap so that you can achieve that goal at the end of it. So it's just basically but we are, in summary, is your goal is basically how much property do you want to acquire that would make you decide whether you want to make you be able to choose whether you want to work or not. So this is the first thing we have to consider before we move further. The second thing is to put up a plan. What are the numbers? Now, when I say the numbers is, now we now look at holistically, we'll talk about we look at your financial statement and see what needs to be done so that you can achieve the goal. Now, there are different areas and different methods of achieving your investment goals. Now, we have different strategies. Some choose to go with the long-term strategy of buying property at a particular that has a particular cap rate, whether 10%, whether 7%, whether 15%. That's one strategy. So that at the end of the day, we look at the financials of the property itself. We call for the financial and critically look at it to see if you will be getting a return on investment that can match your goal within that particular year. So we look at it. We move back and see if these particular goals can be achieved through this investment vehicle. Now, another vehicle you could use to achieve the goal is through the BEAR method. Now, the BEAR method has been, I know most people know the BEAR method. The buy, rehab, refinance, and repeat the process. Now, that is basically the fastest way of building your portfolio if you choose to go through that right. Now, I'm going to just be giving a summary of what that means. It means that you buy a property at probably 30% or thereabout of the market value. After buying the property, you rehab the property Rehabbing means you repair the property. You put things that are not in order in the property. That means you work on the property to make it suitable for living. That's the second thing you need to do. Then the third thing is to refinance. After you're done with the property, you've bought it, either you bought it with your part of your money, or through another source, which actually is not going to be the bank because of the nature of the property. Then once you buy the property, you refinance. After buying the property, and you rehab the property, now you go to the bank, and because the property has an equity which is 30%, you bought it below market value, then you can refinance the property. Once you refinance the property, you get back your initial amount that you've invested in the property back, and you take that money and you repeat the process again, buying another property. So you could buy 5 property with the same capital. So it's a little bit technical type of investment, but depending on your goal, we will set up something that can work with you, can work for you rather, and make sure that you can achieve that particular goal. So if you're planning on buying 5 properties within the next 5 years or 10 years, depending on which I will advise anyone watching to do, so that at the end of the 5 years we'll put up a plan so that you can achieve that particular goal at the end of the 5 or 10 years. That is what we do. We sit down with you, we look at your goal, and we devise a strategy that will work, you understand me, and so that you can achieve the goal that you set for yourself. So that is the thing that would help you do. Now that's the second thing. Now after buying the property, the third thing is the property management. Now property management means that someone is going to manage the property. Now you can choose to manage the property yourself, or you can hand your property over to a property manager that will take a sum out of the income the property is producing, and make sure the property is always in good order. So depending on what route you want to go about, if you love repairing toilets, making sure things are in order, if you're handy in nature, you could choose to manage your property yourself. But if you feel it's going to be too much on you, we could let it out, find you good property management company that could take care of your property, and you'll be rest assured that everything will run smoothly. So that is the third thing we will help you do. The final thing we will help you do is lending. Now when you talk about lending, we look at the lending. Now your lending, because the most important part of property investment is not just to keep buying properties because I keep buying and buying. The most important thing is buying property. Probably start with 5 properties, you understand me, pay them off, and once it's paid off, you can buy more and use the money that is coming out from the 5 properties to buy more properties. So the most important thing there is to buy your property at either a market value or 30% below market value. Rehab the property and refinance it and repeat the processes, and make sure that you are paying the property off. It's very important you pay your property off, so that whenever any issues is coming, you don't set yourself up for trouble, or you set yourself up for drama. So it is very important you have your property paid off. Start small, 5 properties, pay them off. Use the money you generate from the 5 properties to buy more properties and pay them off, and that is how you accumulate wealth, and you have so many funds coming in through your passive investment. So those are the things. And when we talk about lending, you see that we go for traditional lending or the unconventional way of lending, which we would explain the advantages and disadvantages between the two. So those are the lending aspects as it relates to investing in real estate. So if you're planning on buying any investment property, reach out to us, because we got your back in moving to Winnipeg. And if you have any questions that you feel you want to ask, you can give a comment below, and I'll be glad to answer them. So to the next video, I'll catch you later.